Chapter 4 Chemical Bonding Part 2. Chapter 4 Chemical Bonding Part 2nd. First part is in okay. Chapter 4 Chemical Bonding Part 2nd. Chapter 4 Chemical Bonding Part 2nd. Okay. Ionic solid. First is ionic solid. Okay. In ionic solid, the unit occupying lattice points are positive and negative ions. The forces which hold the ions together within the crystal are the electrostatic Coulombic forces. The arrangement on the crystal structure depends upon the charges and the radii of the concerned ions. The formula of an ionic solid denotes the presence of a relative number of ions. Due to presence of strong interionic forces, these are hard in nature. The melting and boiling point of ionic solid are high because large heat energy is needed to overcome the strong interionic forces. In the fused state, ions of the ionic solids get free and undergo electrolysis. Hence, in the fused state, ionic solid becomes conductor of electricity. Generally, ionic solids are soluble in ionizing or polar solvents such as water and insoluble in non-polar solvents like benzene and other organic solvents. For example, sodium chloride, NaCl, KCl, etc. From the X-ray study, it is clear that NaCl has octahedral structure. Each Na positive ion is surrounded by 6 chlorine ions, negative ions, which lie at the corner of a regular octahedral. Similarly, each chlorine is surrounded by 6 sodium positive ions. Hence, the coordination number carbon nitrogen of sodium positive ion as well as that of chlorine negative ion is 6. Okay. Ionic structure. Next is ionic structure. Okay. In ionic solid crystal, the units are positively and negatively charged ions. For maximum stability of ion solids, the arrangement of ions should be such that forces of attraction are maximum and forces of repulsion are minimum. Hence, the attractive force will be maximum when each ion is surrounded by the greatest positive number of oppositely charged ions. The number of oppositely charged ions surrounding and any particular ion is called the coordination number. The number of oppositely ions the number of oppositely charged ions surrounding any particular ion is called the coordination number. number of oppositely charged ions. The number of oppositely charged ions surrounding any particular ions is called the coordination number. Positive and negative ions have same coordination number when ionic solids contains equal number of both types of ions, as in NaCl. Positive and negative ions positive and negative ions have same coordination numbers. Have same coordination number when ionic solids contains equal number of both types ions in NaCl or ZnS having general formula AX type, okay? Positive and negative ions have same coordination number when ionic solids contains equal numbers of both types ions, as in NaCl and ZnS having general formula AX type, okay? But the coordination number of positive and negative ions are different. But the coordination number of positive and negative coordination number of positive and negative ions are different. When they contains different number of the ions as in CaCl2 or Na2S having general formula AX2 or A2X type, okay? But the coordinate number of the positive and negative ions are different when they contain different numbers of the ions, as in CaCl2 or Na2S having general formula AX2 or A2X type, okay? In CaCl2 chlorine ions chlorine ions. Chlorine negative ions are twice as Ca double positive ions, so carbon nitrogen of Ca two positive ions is twice the Cl of Cl negative ions. Okay, Cl negative ions. The structure of the ionic solids depends upon the relative size of the cations and anions present in them. Most important point, the structure of ionic solid. The structure of ionic solid. The structure of ionic solids depends upon the relative size. Depends upon the relative size of the cations and anions present in them. If anions are comparatively larger than form of next point. If anions is comparatively larger, they form a closed packed arrangement of the types of octahedral or tetrahedral. The cations occupy the interstitial sides of tetrahedral or octahedral. Okay. Next studying radius ratio effect and coordination number. Okay.